And Israeli police are stepping up security in Jerusalem today as Palestinians arrive for the third Friday prayers of Ramadan. It comes as Israel expands ground force operations in Gaza. Let's bring in former senior director for counterterrorism on the National Security Council, Javed Ali, for more. Javed, thanks so much for coming in. You know, Israel's defense minister is vowing more devastation if Hamas doesn't release the remaining hostages and leave Gaza. What incentive do both sides have right now to come back to the negotiating table and try to work out another ceasefire?
Well, Diane, nice to be with you in person after all our previous conversations. But to your point, when I was on Tuesday with you and I said the ceasefire talks were in peril, at this point I would argue they've collapsed completely. So right now it doesn't look like there's much incentive for either side to come back to the table. And Israel has the leverage, and as we've seen over the past few days, these significant military operations. Hundreds of Palestinians have died, probably Hamas fighters as well, and that. So it's going to take some time, I think, to figure out when we get back to negotiations. But right now, it looks like Israel is ready to fight, and Hamas is probably going to fight as well.
So what does this all do for the U.S.'s role in this conflict and trying to broker a deal here?
Well, President Trump has said that he wants to bring peace to the region, and going back a couple months now, that we heard the plan for Gaza. Whether that plan exists or not, hard to know. But I do think from the White House perspective, they would like to see an end to the conflict, but also they have probably given Israel the green light to resume these military operations and with the potential to bring Hamas back to the table. But if not, probably Israel will be allowed to continue the kind of operations we've seen these past couple of days.
Aid has been cut off to Gaza for 19 days now. If they can't reach an agreement on a ceasefire, which it sounds like that's now a long ways away, is there room, do you think, to find compromise there to be able to better limit civilian casualties?
Well, hopefully that can happen, because even if we have these resumed Israeli military operations, hopefully the aid can come back in, because the Palestinians are caught in the crossfire. And to go now several weeks without all the critical supplies, they're just going to continue to suffer. Maybe that's something the White House is thinking about as they're trying to put the U.S. strategy together and work with Israel to at least address the humanitarian aspects.
All right. Javed Ali, always great to have you. Great to have you today in person.
Absolutely.
Finally.
Thank you, Diane.
Thank you.